pipe it down. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl T here with another video. Finally, first video of 2020. Super excited to be doing this. It's been a while since I've even touched any makeup. So we are finally doing the Sagittarius video. I know it is 2 weeks late, but I wanted to spend time with my family and bring in the new year, kind of just decompressing and relaxing and getting set for 2020. If you want to see how I did this look, make sure you continue to watch, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. Trying to do a really cute look. We're gonna see how it turn out. So I'm starting with just priming my lids with some concealer per usual. Y'all know the drill. I'm not gonna put any powder on this because I want this color to be really pigmented. First thing you need to know about the Sagittarius, their birthday ranges from November 22nd to December 21st. I was almost just gonna skip y'all, but I was like, let me just do it. Let me do it. So the first color that I'm going to go in with is the Storm. It just says Black Magic, so I'm gonna go with Black Magic. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with that blue, and I'm going to start to pack that in while we get the chatting. I'm gonna just pack this color on my lid. They are the ninth house of the zodiac. So directly after my faves, which is me, Scorpio, and right before Capricorn. So you guys can kind of see the shape I'm already starting to do here. Just with like my base color. Their symbol is the archer or the centaur. So depending on which one you're looking at, they both have the bow and arrow. Like that's what that symbol really means. And you know, centaurs are like those cute little half human, half little horse cute little guys. I think they're so cute. But they're obviously like little mythical creatures. They kind of was like the barrier between heaven and earth. So the centaur was like the middleman person. So I'm really taking my time to really pack on the color before I do any type of blending. I feel like beforehand in the past I've done a terrible job of just like going straight into blending and kind of losing that pigment, because I was jumping straight into like just super blending instead of just packing on the color. And I'm actually taking an E22 brush to do this, just so you guys know, by Morphe. Their birthstone color is turquoise, so it's like a really bright blue. I also seen it was like topaz and all other type of things, so I just went ahead and went with the turquoise because it's a super pretty blue. I've done looks with this color before if you want more of a summery look. I'm trying to tone it down just a little bit. So now I'm gonna go in with this color here. It's this bright blue. I've actually again done a look with this color already, but I'm gonna use that kind of as my outer and transition shade. Just don't be alarmed, it's gonna come out really cute. I'm gonna go with the M506 brush and just start to kind to, you know, blend out and really just take my time to blend these two colors together. Their ruling planet is Jupiter. Sagittarius are known for being like rather adventurous, so it makes sense that their planet is Jupiter because the planet Jupiter is known for like exploration, and I just feel like every Sagittarius I know is always trying to do the most. Ooh, honey, we are blended. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye now, and then do that really quick, and then come back to you. Now taking an M139 brush, which is just really like a fluffy bullet, I'm going to just, with no product, blend out my corners here. Sagittarius is also a mutable sign, so they are able to transition really well, pretty much kind of go with the flow more so than like a fixed sign. Sagittarius can blend in more with not the crowd, but like be a little bit less problematic than like a fixed sign, because they're able to kind of see different points of view versus like a fixed sign. It's just like whatever they said is what they said, and that's always drama, right? Their body part is the thighs, hips, and liver. So I just think that's like super funny because if you actually think about a lot of Sagittarius, they tend to party and they like to be out. They're adventurous, like to be out. This is sometimes down the road they can have like liver issues and hip issues because they're always on the go, and they're always drinking. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and go into some positive and negative traits. I'm going to go in with the P. Louise base. I actually really like this base. I did not think that I would, but I do. I'm going to take just the smallest bit because a little goes a long way, so it's definitely worth the money. If you look at my first impressions video, I talk all about that. BH Cosmetics, like fluffy brush. I honestly don't know the name, number, anything like that, but I'm going to just like dip it in here. And I'm going to start to kind of carve out where I want this to go. And I actually just found this trick from, her name is Makeup Tiffany. I'll post her video. But I really love the look that she did. This is just like a softer version of a cut crease, and I just love it, especially for this time of year. I just think softer cut creases during the holiday times is just so much better. So Sagittarius are actually known for being quite intelligent and smart. They kind of are able to analyze situations before they decide whether it's worth taking the risk or not. So that's something that can always be appreciated because we don't need impulsive people out here like the Aries. Now I'm going to go in with the E18 brush. I'm going to take that blue, the same one that we used beforehand, this here, and I'm going to use that as my base color. Ooh, we got bright out here. Since their ruling planet is Jupiter, they're also known for being relatively deep thinkers. I hope this is turquoise enough for y'all because this is super bright for January. We're gonna tone it down just a tad because it's a lot. So you see that like shape that I have here? It's like a natural little, ooh, ooh, ooh. So pretty. So cute. I'm gonna kind of blend out that little outer area just a tad, but nothing crazy. It's like a soft cut crease. I love it. I really do. Sagittarius are also very honest, which, you know, me as a fellow Scorpio, I can extremely appreciate because no one likes a dishonest person or someone who's trying to hide things from you or sugarcoat things. They're not as blunt as some other signs, but they are relatively honest, so whatever they're saying, you can really trust their opinion on that because they're going to keep it 100 with ya. And I gotta dip in a little bit for this eye because your girl is blind. I gotta like stop saying that. I think people actually think I'm blind in this eye. I'm not actually blind in this eye. I just have really terrible vision. It's very hard for me to see anything far away. So, to clarify. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the same brush I used before, which is the E22 brush, and I'm gonna go in with that color Storm from this palette. That blue again. And I'm just going to start to deepen up this little area here. Wow, I'm really obsessed with this look right now. This makeup look really complements my eye shape. Another positive trait, I guess you can say, is that they're wild. I personally love wild people, so like they just really do things and don't care too much about what people think, and they're just going to have fun, and they like to have adventure, which can always be a good time, especially if it's more on like a trivial level. They are relatively curious, especially as children, so Sagittarius kids are usually bad AF because they just like to have a good time and they always getting into something, you know. Very fun, very friendly, and very outgoing. So usually if you're out and about, you're probably gonna see a Sagittarius like at the bar buying people drinks, chatting it up with the gang, you know, really just mingling in with strangers. I'm trying to figure out what else I want to do with this look. Should I add sparkle? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to probably add some just on the end just because I want to be able to use more of this palette to kind of show you guys the pressed powders, the pressed glitters that it does have. So I'm going to go in with a M433 brush, and I'm going to use the color Fierce. It's this one here. And I think I'm just going to put it on the outer edge here. So this don't really stay on. Yeah, it's very subtle, guys. I'm gonna actually use a different brush. Let me try. I need a brush to just like pack it on. How about this? I don't know what this is, but it's a flat brush. Let me use a different one. Yeah, that's just enough. And it kind of adds an extra layer of blue. A good transition. This would honestly work a little bit better if I put down a concealer or if I used it with like a glitter formula, but I'm just not doing that. It's working fine enough for what I want, which is some subtle sparkle in there. Let's go ahead into some negative traits. So the first negative trait I have is that they are relatively impatient. They just like they're always on like go, go, go. So if people are not moving at the same pace that they want to move, they just like can really start throwing them tantrums. So be aware of that. In terms of being like adventurous, the flip side of that is obviously that they are known for being relatively careless. So sometimes, although they think things through, they kind of overcalculate or overestimate their abilities to do things, and they take big risks that like most people just like wouldn't do. It's like, why did you do that? Did you think that through before you did that? And then they'll be like, yeah, I did think it through actually. And I'm like, did you think about that for yourself, or did you think about that on like a random just regular field? Because you not here. You back here. So that's probably wasn't the best idea to do, you know? Alright, as always, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and prime my face with my Fenty primer. For use. Just want that to sit on my skin for a bit. I got glitter on my face. I'm gonna put foundation over it. So be aware of that. That is a loose glitter. I probably should have put that on last. Okay, so I'm going to use the Juvia's Place foundation. It's been one of my favorites as of late because it's just been getting it done for your girl. My skin has been really dry. I actually think I need to maybe try that Fenty hydrating foundation. I just didn't think that originally it would work for me, but I forgot how dry my skin gets in the winter, and I really can't use my Fenty foundation at all right now. Like, I literally have a dry patch right here. It's very stressful. LA Girl Pro Concealer is really my fave. And when you're doing this, so I'm actually going to do a video just strictly highlighting and contouring, but kind of feel for your bones, right? So my bone is right here. I don't really want to go past that. When I'm doing this, I try to stay just like really in the hollows because that's what we want to make pop out. Nose, you can make your nose really as big as you want it. I be trying to get real skinty with the nose, okay? In terms of my forehead, I've been using less concealer up here only because now that I've been gluing down my lace fronts, because I have to pull down past my widow's peak so I don't lose that hair, I got like a little baby forehead now, and that's been stressful. Going in with this Morphe sponge, it's really the best. I really love it. I'm just using that. This little corner piece is just so great. We're just going to put all of that. And just try to really watch your work. Obviously, you're going to lose some of it if you kind of came down here, but just don't put it all the way across, you know? Or setting it with the powder, obviously this is my favorite to this day, the Fenty powder. It's really just so great. Because my face has been on the drier side, I've definitely been using a little less, but nonetheless, I still gotta set my stuff. When you're setting, make sure you don't go, if you see where I did my concealer as well, you don't want to go all the way up to here, especially if you have like bags or like just, you know, looser skin underneath here that kind of bumbles up, because then you'll get like really cakey, and that's just not what the girls want ever. You never want to look cakey. If you bake, you know, do what you do. I'm gonna put a little bit more down here just in case I have any fallout that I can come back and get later. Now, I really love this contour. This is from ColourPop. It's so affordable and it's really great. But the one thing I will say is that it does dry down rather quickly. So I wouldn't recommend putting all of your contour on with this product right away, or you're really going to be like, your arm going to hurt when you're done. Because you got to just really, now at that point, work that product in when it's kind of dry. So I kind of just do it as I go. Even though I do contour relatively quickly, I just feel like it still dries down pretty fast. So if you're even slower with contouring, it's a mess. You don't want that. Okay, going in with the Fit Me powder, I'm now going to use an angled fluffier brush. This is just from BH Cosmetics. If you need like starter brushes, BH Cosmetics is really the way to go. They have amazing like 30 to 36 brush sets for like $25. At least whenever I got that like 2 Christmases ago, they had it and it was really so great. It came with a carrying case, and it's years later, and these brushes, I still grab them and use them every day. Honestly, like the Leo and like the Aries, maybe it's a fire side thing, but these people are extremely boastful, and it's like, pipe it down a notch. Yeah, they just be exaggerating things and making things bigger than what they are, you know, for stuff that they've done and they've accomplished, and that's cute, but like, let's stick to the facts. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with this color. Please do not talk about this palette because my daughter plays with it and destroys it, but I'm gonna go in with this darkest color here, I believe. Kind of just add a little color to my... I'm using a ColourPop E9 brush, and I'm going to go in with that original blue Storm, and I'm going to start to just sweep that underneath. My last negative trait for them is that they are extremely attention seeking. It's probably my biggest issue with Sagittarius in general. I think they're relatively self-absorbed, and they really love attention, and they are very attention seeking. Like their fellow Leo friend. It's very hard for me to be around them because if they're not the center of attention, they get really stressed out and they kind of start to pout. Alright, so this is looking a little intense right now, but it'll be fine in a second. I'm going to go in with that now with the M506 brush, which is starting to turn into one of my favorite blending brushes ever. I'm going to go in with that lighter blue again and just start to sweep that over top. And you can definitely intensify this color if you want to, but by adding like this entire look, you can add black to it, you know, shadow here, make it darker. But I was just trying to really stray away from that. The next gel liner, I'm going to use the Morphe E29 brush and just start to do my liner. I'm not going to do a winged liner, but I'm going to obviously follow my eye shape and kind of create more of a dramatic eye there. I'm going to also line my lower lash line with my Marc Jacobs gel liner. Using the Urban Decay mascara, I'm just going to put a couple coats on my lashes before I put on my falsies. Alright, I think I do want to wear a very dramatic pair of lashes. I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite Vegas from Crystal Lashes. They're really my favorite. Like, I really am obsessed with these lashes. I wear them too often now, but I'm going to put my glue on both and let them just dry out a bit. This glue from Lash Duo in the black. Honey, please. Please. It's really so good. Meantime, I'm gonna put on some highlighter. I'm using my Jaclyn Hill, like the highlight palette. I'm gonna go in with the color Glow Up. Okay, I'm gonna line my lips with Sweet Tea from Morphe. It's really just my favorite nude. The Gloss Attention Haul from ColourPop. Hopefully it's not too light. Let's see. Nope, it's perfect. Okay, last but certainly not least, I'm going to use that same color Glow Up. And I'm just going to add that to my inner corner. Alright guys, so finally I finished this look. I love the way that it turned out. I think that it was super simple, really easy, and kind of just getting us ready for the spring. I follow after retail and they have their bathing suits out, so it's about that time, okay? Alrighty, my subscribers like in love with the Sagittarius, please let me know down below because I'm sorry for your luck. Like that is not fun at all. I'll pass on that. Let me know down below how I did, if you like the look, if you like my opinions, any of that stuff. I'm really here for all the tea, okay? Make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.